What's up YouTube and welcome to Bandle City Timelines. Traditionally, Timelines has always been played with either Freljord for the Trundle and Ice Pillar synergy, or with Bilgewater for cards like Mystifying Magician, Mirai Warden, Zap's Brayfin and so on. So some pretty obvious synergies. But Bandle City actually has some pretty darn nice synergies as well, and is just a very strong region overall, which allowed for this pretty creative but still kind of well-rounded deck. I'll just start off with the most interesting combos first. So of course Concurrent Timelines is the staple key card in this deck, and all of our other cards are either units with a good summon effect that benefit a lot from being transformed, or removal tools, burn tools, or card draw and utility. So the most interesting combo here, the most evident one, is Rissu, the Silent Storm. People have already been theory crafting this during the reveal and spoiler season. Of course, once you play it, the summon effect still goes through. You get this 5 mana 7/3 impact, while at the same time this can still be transformed into something like a Vicorum Bruiser, an Abyssal Eye for an elusive, maybe some Ravoon for an insane stat line. This is quite the power play on turn 5 and later on, just super mana efficient, and sometimes you'll also get some pretty sick keywords or effects on top of it. The other one that's super interesting and allows for some somewhat consistent finishes is Swole Scout, because this effect of the Grand Bonus Attack and Elusive still goes through the transform. So this card can usually be transformed into a pretty sturdy elusive unit, and sometimes will have some pretty funny effects as well. I managed to turn this into a Swole Squirrel once, for example, with elusive, of course, and the bonus attack. Now, these two are the most evident payoffs, but the other reasons to be in Bandle City is just the amount of value generation in Conchologist and Loping Telescope, consistently finding you good cards and then basically making up for these units being understated originally by transforming them into decent units. And of course, the other reasons would be cards like Pokey Stick, as well as Hidden Pathways. Mini Morph, you can easily also play a second or maybe even a third copy. All of those just very solid Bandle City cards that are in almost any Bandle City deck. Besides that, we run most of the classic PNZ Timelines package, but a couple of additions are quite interesting. So we play Fallen Feline for the Hexite Crystal synergy, as well as Time Trick and Practical Perfectionist for the predicts to actually find those. Of course, if we don't find Concurrent Timelines in the opening hand, those are also great ways to draw into it eventually before it gets too late, basically. Besides that, Aloof Travelers benefits immensely from being transformed by Concurrent Timelines. That has a very nice play effect. And one of the true MVPs and hidden gems of this deck ended up being Defective Swapbot. The card is surprisingly good into any slower mid-range or control deck, anything that goes for big stat lines. I played into Field the Rush decks a couple of times. This can be very good against Fated decks, for example, just making that White Flamer Pantheon small all of a sudden, stealing all of those stats away and having one huge unit on your own side of the board. And the last couple of cards are some flexible burn/removal tools. Mystic Shots and Aftershock, and Pokestick of course can be used for damage. So overall a super flexible list, and what I really enjoy about it is that no two games ever really play out the same. It's definitely not the most competitive list, but I did manage to climb a bit even in high diamond. So it still allows for a lot of player agency and skill expression. And I actually found this deck in an article that fellow player and content creator Sorry wrote. So I'll link the deck guide and the article in the description as well, in case you need some strategic inspiration. But if you also need some visualizations, some gameplay examples, I've got you covered. Had some pretty epic games with this deck on my stream, and feel free to check them out.
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
Okay, that's gonna be an interesting one, Ekko Zilean. Not the best opening hand. Not the brightest. Wait, is Concurrent Timelines? It's an epic, right? I mean, drawing still has better... this could also find Serpent, I guess. Aloof. Okay. Dodge the crystals so far. We want to trade pretty aggressively here because our opponent will find crystals eventually. Or time bombs. Do we hard mulligan for timelines? Most of the time, yes. If we run into Twisted Catalyzer, I'd also look for Mystic Shot. Usually I also keep the cat.
With the power of time, the possibilities are endless.
Ouch.
Okay, got it. I think maybe.
It can be undone.
You.
Trying to find an epic from Telescope sounds like a good strategy. I know, right? There are only like 400 epics in this game and about 3 of them are playable. Let's go. Now we have 5 timelines in our deck, or like 7.
Now, then, or soon.
Okay, our opponent's almost out of value. As long as they don't find Ekko, we're fine. Could be an invisible crystal. Just double poke here, maybe? It's really bad, though. I don't know. Could let this go through, play the first Swole Scout, then make use of the second one next turn. I think that's actually better. Too bad I don't play champions in this deck. Just play it to taunt my opponent.
Let's go.
So one of my opponent's next 5 draws will be a crystal. No way this can backfire, right?
Full patrol, ready to roll.
Okay, only 1 crystal left in the deck. Transform into Swole Scout would be pretty epic, yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year right back at you. Thank you for the 10 months. I think we have to risk it. And we do outvalue our opponent, even if Zilean levels. Unless, of course, time bomb spam. Like, we are technically playing against a burn-ish deck, so preserving any Nexus HP should be pretty important. Loaded dice is actually hilarious. It's probably bad though, right? Ah, for the content. Can't resist.
Slip through my pores!
Waiting for Ekko to be played. Wonder why loaded dice karma never took off? No idea. Sounds so broken. Should be one of the best combos in the game, right? What happened? Ah, we can just burn our opponent down. Could beef this up with augments.
What wondrous discoveries await below?
Fairly close to lethal, we just need to find a bit of burn from our opponent's deck. So what do we reckon this hand is? It's probably Zilean's Chrono Shift, right? You main deck Aftershock? Are you crazy? Why do you target the Explorer and not the 3-2? What is going on here? I mean, I guess I play some Yordles in my deck. Hell yes, let's go. Wait, is it when you attack or when you damage? When you damage. Sweet.
Just out of three.
Should have probably napped first. Might get a better transform. Wait, what? For the rest of the round! I thought it was for the rest of the game. Ah, screw me. Feels like Swapbot's technically correct. I can remove the guy first, then play Swapbot on my own unit, actually. It's less of a downgrade. Okay, for the rest of the game would be kind of busted. If it's a Bilgewater and you play Warning Shots and you're the Grifters. I mean, there aren't really cards that make sense to not play. I feel like this should be a Zilean. And then it doesn't really make sense to remove the guy. Oh! Greed! The greed!
When we look ahead, we know how to prepare.
I gotta chill, chat. I gotta find the right line of play first. The Heimerdinger line, the Heimerdinger emote is very appropriate here. This is the perfect Garen emote. He alt F4'd? Maybe. Maybe he's watching and realized that I have Get Excited in hand. Hello, Mr. Last Resort, or Mrs. Already BM'd with Dice? What do you mean? Dice found me Mystic Shot. I wonder if my opponent actually already alt F4'd. Yeah, they probably did. Gave you lethal? Yeah, exactly. The loaded dice actually found me lethal. The one Mystic Shot that I was missing. G to the G. That's what you get for spamming Heimerdinger emotes in Ranked Ladder. Imagine getting concurrent timelines notified. I really want timelines in my opening hand in this matchup. That's why we have 3. Yeah, and sometimes 7.
Nature does not mourn. I will.
Thank goodness we found all of those timelines last game.
The forest strikes.
I even had to play them all before I found the right line. Ahri? Would Ahri block? Probably not. We're so good at this game, chat. How are we so naturally gifted? Oh, this is straight up inting. Like against the deck that you know runs Pokey Sticks and Mystic Shots.
Hide for a moment, run forever. Break the silence.
Perfect. Block pass. The thing gets buffed. Don't want to waste my 2/2 for no reason. And now we discard their Wayfinder and they concede. Let's see if the second half of the prediction is accurate as well. Maybe a fizzy mode will help my opponent in their decision making. I'm not a prophet. Oh, we got outskilled.
Nothing lasts forever.
So chat, one very common misconception in card games is that like a lot of people would consider it bad to attack here because we're discarding cards. But since like this game is not going to deck out anyway, so if we draw the cards and then discard them, it doesn't matter at the point where we make the decision, because we don't know if we will draw good cards or bad cards, useful or useless stuff. At the point of declaring the attack, like on average, it basically zeroes out. We can either draw good cards or we can draw bad cards or mediocre cards. But like, just the attack is definitely making it worth it. What do we do? I mean, we're not really contesting Ahri here, right? Maybe just Rissu. It's positive because it gives you extra info. It can be positive for sure.
I will mourn you.
And it helps us get deep. Think about it, chat.
2 steps this way.
Like, in some very rare cases, it could matter. Let's say we're playing a Lee Sin deck and we really, like, our only way of winning is drawing that Lee Sin. Then it's a pretty high risk to do that maneuver.
Easy does it.
This will just be Twin Disciplines, right? I think just doing this looks good. Because they want the Abyssal Eye to survive. Okay, that was widely unexpected.
Underestimate. I dare you.
My research.
Care that the hunt does not
So my opponent plays for a super aggressive Ahri level up. Also, they don't have enough... okay. Should probably try to remove her right now. The other play is Rissu. I guess this first. My opponent has to block with some priority unit here. If you can't search for Lee, it still doesn't matter. Yeah, it could matter. The mill fallacy. Yeah, let's call it the mill fallacy. Alright, that's one way to close out the game. That was way too greedy by my opponent to not take any block. Tap below Notify. Easy game. GG's. Trundle Braum. Such a papaya for not safety blocking? Maybe, Sokka, maybe. But it happens to the best of us, don't worry. Oh, it's Zeze. Is that a Field Rush deck? Do we keep Minimorph? I guess we keep Minimorph. Sure. What is that deck? It's probably just some soup pile, right? Just Board Swarm and Field Rush finish. Equinox shouldn't hit anything, really. Undying is kind of spicy. Ooh, I mean, we can also just transform Undying if we don't like it. Now that I think about it. ARAM. Battle City ARAM? Maybe.
What wondrous discoveries await below.
Wait, how does this work? Because technically, the unit first gets transformed into Sunbrook's posse, right? And then it gets transformed into another unit, but it keeps the stat buff, maybe? Alright, little science experiment. Let's see what happens. So this would be the nicest stat line to have for that thing, right? Wait, it already has +1/+1. What does Posse look like? Ah, sure, let's make it sturdy. See what happens. No! What a robbery! It doesn't make sense because summon always works. Like the summon effect of every card always goes through before the transform. I need to speak to Ruben. I need to speak to this game's manager. When you summon another? Yeah, right, but we did summon another, right? That's my whole point. At least it didn't obliterate the first one. Fair. Lucky find. Impact army. Let's go lucky finds.
Of Tempest style.
Let's show our friends they know. Have you met my shield? Bow to your king.
Troll chant.
You live it. Wonder how much this is worth.
Overwhelm here. HP doesn't really help the guy anymore. He's doomed. Wow, Challenger is really hot on this thing. Lucky find region? I don't think you can find region with lucky finds.
Easy does it. You got a problem?
Do I really have to minimorph a Braum? No, I can't. Minimorph Trundle right now. It's really bad against the second Trundle though. Question is this Field Rush or is it... an ARAM deck?
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
Now that's a spicy elusive unit.
Let's go.
Okay, friendship with Stormcloud ended. Elusive Ren Shadow Blade is my best friend now. Let's go. Oh, I could turn this into a low budget version of Yusari with Challenger. Too bad it makes 0 sense.
Motion, then nothing.
My shield is my sword. Show me your best. Smashing.
Why would you pull Ren? There's no way my opponent just lets this go through. I don't think I need to pre-commit anything. There is a way, like second pillar, but it doesn't really make sense. I can't pokey stick because poke levels the Braum. I realized that too late. Minimorph. Bandle? Just poke the Poro. Play Swole Scouts. Let this go through, play Rissu. Okay, now we have an answer for Trundle. Ooh, or we shoot out Braum. Braum's take height is a problem though, on both of them. I didn't get the pull on Ren. For the content.
Let us take a peek at life beneath the waves.
My plans!
Okay, tapped under take heart. Who do we remove though? I don't think I care too much about Braum here. Trundle can actually win games, especially if it's an FTR deck. I don't want Trundle to level right now. We need board space. Let's trade it in. We can give our opponent 1 Poro. Come on, not the shell. Oh, wait, not the Swole Squirrel. That's even worse. Why you do me dirty like this? God damn it, Zay. Alright, now we need to hit a field rush though. Let's go aloof. Get him.
We made it. Yay. But our stuff didn't.
Home run, baby. Ooh. Okay, so it is just a random soup pile with some field rush finishers.
Just do your best, okay?
I probably won't need to mini-morph, but for now I keep mana open. Sure.
Look, a thing. Else, that's not ours.
Shellfolk. Just a random Shellfolk deck. I can't protect Shadowblade, that's sad. Ooh, okay. Now it's getting scary.
First we fight. Have you met my shield?
I need board space anyway, right? Might as well. Maybe mini-morph this? Mini-morph Braum as a line? Hi. Rissu time. Oh, Rissu into triple Shadow Fiend is kind of fun. Killing off the own Yordle captain. It still says +2 traps. This card is just bugged. Cack W. Nope.
The form without form.
Let us get going.
Uh-oh. Swapbot and Pokestick would both be kinda good. Crystal? I only remove one blocker with a crystal right now. Spicy. Well, not much to be done here. I don't think crystal is good. It gives my opponent another Poro at 4-4 anyway.
Well, just do your best, okay?
Could have maybe positioned this better, I'm not quite sure. What's up, Precipic?
We see through all.
Just hope this transforms into something nice. Yeah, sure. Could keep Crescent Strike in case my opponent top decks FTR. But right now FTR isn't scary yet.
All part of the plan.
This would be a good.
That would have been hilarious, giving this minus power.
My shield is my sword. Good luck. Have fun.
Not bad.
Do I rather want... I mean, Undying is not good here, right? This is a solid unit. I think I'd rather transform the Undying. This is low-key spicy. Nothing... I could shuffle Swapbots into my deck. I mean, for the content, right? Swapbots are actually really good in this matchup.
Who's hungry?
Also saves me from decking out. No, I just hope the flash bomb doesn't hit Braum. Oh, let's go! Swapbot control. Oh wait, that was the predict, right? Yeah, that was the predict. All right. I thought I was tripping for a second.
See you soon, franchise.
Did I see the counter meta Yeti deck Mav made? I made a video on the Noxus version already. Wait, Pathways was... Ooh, that's actually scary.
An auspicious season.
Anyway, we already have... We'll top deck a Swapbot, we have 4 more in deck, and we can shuffle 4 more copies. We'll be fine.
Blessed by snow and stars. This will be a good winter.
Do I want to copy Electro Rex? Probably not. 14 months. Yeah, let's hope this year is gonna be a bit more chill than the last one. Appreciate it, thank you. Okay. I do need to hold the Swapbots though until my opponent plays something relevant. Actually I don't really. Let's see what I draw first. Ooh, baby. Yeah, Swapbot will have their time to shine later on. cute. Wait, I can now copy Thunder Fists into my deck. For 3 mana, 5/4 impact units.
This would be a good winter.
I think we had grinded our opponent though. Like, I don't really see how they come back from Swapbot spam. Thank you for that stat line, I really appreciate it. Oh, elusive! Let's go!
What will you have? A mug of your warmest milk, my
Let's freaking go. Swapbot control. It's unstoppable. Sweetblood, thank you for the raid as well. Everyone seems to be ending at just about the same time. How's the plat ranked struggle? Kennen Ahri. If I had timelines, I'd keep Pokestick, but... Well, we're mainly looking for cat and timelines. It's a curse. Is Platinum what people consider Elo Hell? I think the best way of doing this is pass into turn 2 Timeline's Telescope, maybe? To get the transform going early on. Could also play cat on 1, timelines on 2, play this on 3.
Looking for a daring escape.
Are you worth Mystic Shotting? It's okay. Is it luck or is it the mustache? Who knows? Who knows? I'm in bronze, but every player there plays meta decks and pilots them decently. Oof. That sounds like a stretch, like... That only makes sense if bronze is packed with new players that are decent though, or players that haven't played in a long time. Ooh. Can't resist the puff caps. Alright, please overdevelop. Play some 2-drop, maybe? Go hard. Now we just need to hope our opponent doesn't hold a recall or a second go hard, of course. If they either play decently or play meta decks, they won't be in bronze for long. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly my point. Rissus are going to be very nice in this matchup though, since my opponent doesn't really play removal and doesn't really play blockers with 3 attack. Mystic Shot's decent, Fallen Feline is decent. I mean, Fallen Feline is way more fun. I can't not do it. Slow down my opponent by 2 turns, basically. If they want to play Wayfinder this turn, they can't. They want to play it next turn, they can't. Wow. Okay, I cannot not play Rissu here. Ah.
The form without flaw.
Another homecoming, I suppose. Anything else kind of just loses. Palm, maybe? And I almost want to beef up the Puffcat Pup here. Pretty sure that's bad though. I think we just try to get Overwhelm and or Spell Shield on this. Challenger is alright. Won this game anyway? Probably. Oof. Let's go Puffcat Pup. And my opponent's opening is just super slow. Eh. That's a lot of stats. Protect the Nexus HP. Alright, yeah, the open attack should already end this. Like, what does my opponent need? Palm plus Homecoming?
Stand together.
And it's still not enough. No, wait, Palm plus Homecoming gets it done. Double Palm? It's probably not going to be good enough because my opponent has a bunch of Puff Caps in deck. And we can go Cat and... Ooh, we have Ember Maiden in hand. What am I saying? Just gotta make sure we don't mess up with accidentally transforming the Maiden. Or do we go for Puff Cap Lether? Nah, this is sweet enough. This is sweet enough of a Lether. GG.